overdose vapes. Keep your wicks wet and your coils tight. If you're looking for new flavors and all about the clouds, bro, filling up a clear road, we're dripping on the sub-ohm reviews for that juice. Well, Trav and Josh host, view it on YouTube and prepare for overdose.
Hello and welcome back to OverDoseVapes.
Yo!
It's another hardware review for you motherfuckers.
Oh shit!
You gotta watch out for that shit.
No, they didn't.
Sneak up on you. Boom!
That Dripbox though.
Today we are looking at a new product from Kanger, and it is the Dripbox.
Kangertech.
You know what? We've been fucking with Kanger for quite a while, and they put out consistently good products.
They're
I would
still
say
doing their thing.
they're still doing it for sure.
Yep.
They're still right up there with the big boys. So the Dripbox, what it is a squonker.
Squonk.
A squonker is it's like a mech mod that has a built-in juice bottle that you push down, and that feeds the juice up through the bottom of your dripper,
Straight up.
through the 510, and it feeds the juice to the bottom of your coils.
And then and then it has a rim around the side, and that juice just kind of pools around the side on that. And as long as you have your cottons in that little fucking that little moat, you're gonna be good.
Yep, and you can hold it down for a second, and it will fill up the deck with juice, and boom, bam, you're ready to vape, as opposed to having to take and drip on the top.
It's perfect if you want a dripping experience while you're driving. I think it's a perfect secondary kind of unit for driving, or I'm just gonna run to the store real quick, but I want to drip. Great.
And that's
Great
what
for
I've been
that.
using it for. Like if I'm leaving the house just for like 10-15 minutes, I grab this because I just want to drip. Like I don't like using tanks all the time. I just don't. And so I've never found a tank that I can consistently use. So to me, this is a godsend. I mean, I can drip and drive now, basically. I just got back from my trip to Arkansas, and when I got back, this had just come out, and I was like, fuck.
That would have been perfect.
It would have been perfect.
And
so,
driving.
And so I had to buy it. I had to buy it.
Even for me, like I was telling him, I like the drip experience at work, but I work around kids, and I don't need to be pulling out bottles and dripping and this and just doing all this shit, right? That's cake. Like you just squonk, squonk, and you're good. Vape, 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 squonk, squonk, vape, vape. I mean, perfect, right? And it works.
It works.
Like I wasn't so sure. This is actually Travis picked this up, bought this, and then I used it for the last few days, and I wasn't sure. The first few times I had to have the top off and to kind of get the feel of how much liquid's gonna come up with how long that I hold it, because it's not a shoop 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 shoop. It's a shoop, release, shoop, release, and then you're perfect. But it works. Like I was pleasantly surprised at how well it works. Even after like 10 minutes, I wasn't having to look anymore. Once in a while you would, just to make sure. But
Force a habit.
And we were doing this review, and I wanted to know if it was working properly, and it works great. I mean, you hold it 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000.
And it's hard to like over drip it because the airflow holes are set pretty high up on the device.
Yeah.
And so you'll see it on the up close. So it's actually hard to over drip it.
I never had any problem.
No, me neither. No. There's some things about it that are. Let's finish talking about. Okay, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. It comes set up with coils. Okay.
Yeah.
It has replaceable coils, and basically what it is a 2-post deck, and it has dual coils in it, and you can unscrew the whole deck, and replace it with a new deck that has coils already built into it.
Yeah.
So they come in little blister packs.
That'll make more sense when you go on the close-up and it'll show you.
They come in little blister packs. They're just like replaceable coils for a sub-ohm tank.
Yeah, they're wicked and everything. You take them out of the plastic, screw them in, and you're ready. You wick you
juice
saturate your wicks, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it literally, if you wanted to, you could buy this thing, never have to build a coil, and get that dripping experience. Yeah. I did use it when I first got it. I used the coils that came in it. They're kind of just like spaced single coils. So for me, it was putting off vapor and stuff, obviously, but it just wasn't enough for me. Like I wasn't getting enough of a lung fill from it. It wasn't like hitting me enough.
Right. But for a beginner that doesn't want to have a bunch of tools and have to go through building, which some of us like.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to deal with that. And so they can just buy those, screw them in, and they're dripping.
And it worked good enough that, I mean, if I didn't know, if I wasn't the vapor I am today, it would have been fine for me like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I mean, it would have been perfect. And so for somebody who's just starting out, I really don't think that there's anything wrong with it. And if you want to replace the coils, you can. I mean, even though the decks are replaceable, they do have little screws on the post, so you can take them out and put your own coils in, which is what I did.
Right.
It's limited. I think you can go down to like 0.15, but it's only it's mechanical, semi-mechanical. It says that it stops at 60 watts. So I'm assuming 60 watts is its maximum output. I don't know how they fucking got that to work that way. Because it takes an 18650 battery. There is no menu system. So they say 60 watts. Like when I bought it, it said a 60 watt device. So I thought it was going to have like a menu system to go up and down in the wattage. Yeah. But it doesn't. It's like semi-mechanical. So I don't know if that's just bullshit. The 60 watt thing is just something they put on there. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm sure it's 60 watts with the pre-bought coils, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the way that they could test it, right? With the coils that we send you, you pop those in, you juice them, it's hitting 60 watts. That's the only way that they could. But I'm sure if you're taking it down in resistance, you're probably getting a little more.
And this is like 0.19, and obviously I think it's probably putting off more than 60 watts.
Yeah.
Because there is no system to change water, so it has to be mechanical.
Yeah.
It has to be going from the battery. I mean, that's just, it has to be. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 60 watt thing, I think Josh is right. It's just that's what you're gonna get if you use the pre-bought coils. It's putting off 60 watts. So.
Right. But if you make your own and you make them a little lower, you're going to get a little more power. It's perfect. Leah, my fiance, we were messing around with this last night, and she was loving it. And she doesn't like really the drip effect because it's a little too, it's a little too much. But something about the restriction of the air, it's still very airy, but there is that slight restriction, and it's just nice. It's a great vape.
It's not overwhelming.
Full disclosure, I'm going to buy one probably in the next couple days. Just to have it. I mean, just to have it there for certain occasions. It takes 118/650 battery, boom, boom, bang. The bottle holds 7 mils, which I think is great.
That is great.
That's,
It's enough to get you on through a car ride.
It's really easy to take out, fill up, put it right back in. You got 7 more mils.
Yep.
It's cool. It's very light.
It's very light.
It kind of threw us off at first because it is so light, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
And it's light and it's nice. It feels good. It
works. At first I felt like when I first got it, I'm like, ooh, that's so light. It felt cheap.
Yeah.
But it feels well made after using it for a while.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel cheap. It feels sturdy. Like
the button's nice.
Yeah.
The button has a nice reflex to it. Yeah. I texted him last night after going through it for a while, and I said, this Dripbox is kind of awesome, man. I'm into it. I'll probably get the red one, maybe the white one. I don't know.
It comes in 3 different colorways. There's a red and black, a red one with black, a black one with red, and then a white one. They're all cool looking. I think they look really great. They're
all 3 of them look
hella
nice.
small, man.
They're tiny.
I could fit the whole thing in my hand. You know? On the pictures, I had no idea it was going to be this small, which is good because if you're driving, I want something I can just throw down real quick, pick it up, be vaping.
And you can turn it off real easy, so it can go in your pocket. It's not going to fire or nothing like that. I do have a question. Can you put any other tops, caps? No.
Well, okay. Not yet. I haven't tried any yet, but
and they might come out with aftermarket ones.
They
that
might
can go on this, or
they say that you can't use this with any other mods.
Yeah.
And you can't use this mod with any other RDAs. This is what they say.
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing. But there probably will be some aftermarket shit to come out.
And I was looking last night on a couple sites. They do have the starter kit with these, which come with 2 batteries, a couple of more replacement drippers, I guess you'd call them. And so they do have a starter kit. I think that's about $44.99. Not bad at all.
No.
Depending on the batteries you're
getting. And the base one's just it's like $30.
It's like $30. That's probably the one that I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's jump up close real quick and look at the and look at it and look at all the packaging and everything, and then we'll come back and we'll give you our final thoughts and tell you whether or not we think it's a buy for you or not.
Yeah.
Okay?
And one more little thing, so you'll maybe focus on it in the up close is This thing is with the O-rings is very tightly fit.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it fits perfect if there's nothing in the way. But if you get even just the slightest little bit of cotton kind of folded over your Addy, then you will have an issue getting
It
this
won't
off
go
and
on.
It won't go on because that's how tight it is.
Yeah.
But it's good.
When I
Right.
first got it, I had to juice the O-rings too because it would not go on.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go on and off. It can be a pain in the ass. It really can. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. Very tight.
All right, so let's look at this thing real quick.
So here's the Dripbox.
I've got it on the pedestal here, just getting a little spin around for you. I'll go up close even further and we can see what makes it
So
tick.
we're looking at all the components broken down. This is the top cap to the RDA. It's got nice Cyclops airflow to it there, as you can see. I've got no complaints about the RDA, except for that this is the top cap where the mouthpiece is pretty fragile plastic, and that was one of the complaints I had to begin with. It just felt a little cheap, you know. But for the price, $39 or your equivalent, you kind of get what you expect. So yeah, I do like it. I like the looks of it. I like the design of it. So that's the top cap. And that would fit over this. This is the deck built, you know, this is the deck that's built into the drip mod. You cannot remove that. What you can do though is unscrew. This is nuts. You'll see. You can unscrew your build out of there. So these are some 26 gauge normal coils that I built, and these things are replaceable, and so that's what it looks like now. And this is where the juice comes up. See all those holes? Because that's the whole principle behind this mod, you know, that you can feed juice up through the bottom. So all those little holes are where it feeds juice up, and that's the actual firing pin. You can see it says drip mod there on the side. Let me show you. I showed you one of the replacement, you know, builds. Now see, I could take this, undo it, and then just screw it directly in there, and I'd be able to start vaping. So that's pretty cool. All right, let me go ahead and put mine back in because I plan on using that one. I mean, that's part of the that's part of the cool essence of this thing. Well, I think I just tore up my build. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and also, this is where the actual bottle of juice goes. You see, there's the deck, there's the button, and this is where the actual reservoir goes. Now, this is what the reservoir looks like. It's about 5 mils. It's see-through but dark. You put it like that, right? And there's like the plunger there on the bottom of the mod, and you just force it into there. Now you take this little magnetic cover and you put it over the bottom, and voila, that's how it holds it together. All right, now let me put a battery in it here. We're back.
We're back with that Dripbox. You saw that up close. Thank you, Travis, for taking care of that. He's got nicer fingernails, so he handles that.
Yeah. So we think we love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope they come out with a deck, like a more permanent deck that has better posts.
Yeah.
Because this one is made to be disposable.
Yeah.
And so I want one that is a little bit more sturdy. That's what I'm hoping they come out with.
I would hope that somebody might use a couple of those inserts and then maybe learn to build. I'm not a big fan of the waste that a lot of vaping products are coming with. And now you're talking about throwing a whole deck away and just putting another one on it. So something to keep in mind. You know, vaping sometimes creates a lot of waste. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. And remember, like Josh said, there are starter kits you can get that are going to come with batteries and everything. But if you just get the base model, you have to get a battery with it.
Right.
And if you're not prepared for that, you need a charger for your batteries and stuff like that. A special charger for your 18650s.
this does have a USB charger.
It does have a USB charger.
If you wanted to do that.
But I mean,
It's easy enough to take the battery out. I would take the battery out and charge it in a charger.
I've never heard about
safer.
people having good experiences charging these 18650s like that. But.
Yeah, so and we haven't done it with this product, so we can't say if it works great or not. our opinion would be to take it out. It's real easy. He'll show you up close. You just spin it. And
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
It's really easy.
We got to rate it, huh?
Yeah, let's rate it.
4.5.
4.5.
I'm a big fan of it. It's a cool little product. I think it's definitely needed. And I think they've got the squonk game down.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
You hold it for 2 seconds, release, hold it for 2 seconds, you got 8 or 10 hits ready to go. I got no issues with that, man. Flavor's great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And especially once you put your own coils in there, it really comes alive. I'm giving it a 4.5 because if this broke today, I would buy another one tonight.
There you go. That's a 4 or 5.
I need this in my life. It's just so convenient because
And it's cool.
it's cool because man, I want that dripping experience everywhere I go.
Yeah.
But I can't take bottles and be fucking dripping and shit.
Yeah.
This takes away all those problems for me, and I love it.
And whatever the way you do it, he'll show you in the up close is you pull the bottle out, and then there's like this grommet that's sticking in the top of the cap. But whatever that system is to get that juice up there, it works perfect. I mean, I got it down to where there was maybe, a mil or two, if that, in there, and it was still working just like it was full. So that's great. You're going to be able to get rid of all of your juice and then rinse it out. Cool.
And
Very efficient.
And the cool thing about these is that this is actually an old technology. Squonkers have been around since I've been vaping. But like in Europe, they were really popular. The UK, and they were expensive. They were like really expensive, and you had what you would do is there was certain
customized,
super customized, stabilized wood, and there would be certain drippers that would sell 510 pins that had holes on the bottom. Like a 510 with a hole to squonk through. So you would have to buy these, like a special thing for your dripper, a certain dripper. Those were also usually high-end drippers. And then you'd have to get the special 510s for them. So it was, just for me, it was too expensive. I always thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And once I saw this, I was like, man, that's fucking about time.
Imagine just coming into the game and getting something like that and learning how to use it. You're getting a great vape. I mean, we spent 2 years not getting a great vape, you know what I mean? A real satisfying vape. So, people that are just starting, you lucky sons of bitches.
Yeah, this is the best time.
Good stuff out for reasonable pricing. $30, check it out if you have any need for this in your life. Most of us do.
I would say it's a buy
it's
for
easy.
Everybody, just because it's so convenient. It's easy.
$30.
It's $30. That's like this. Like me and Josh were talking about before we started.
It's a tank.
It's like a tank. It's like a sub-ohm tank or like a
cheap mech mod.
Exactly, or even like a cheaper authentic RDA.
Yeah.
Is going to be more than that, So I would grab it.
Throw a battery in, put some coils in if you want. You don't have to. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's worth it. I'd buy it.
Good work, Kanger.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I like it.
Yep. I mean, we can't say any more good stuff about it except for that. I think that you would like it if you bought it.
Yeah. It works. It's well priced and it's fun to use.
Yep.
People and your friends are gonna be like, "That's fucking cool." Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love doing these hardware things. We're gonna, like we said before, we're gonna try to have one a week for you guys.
Concerted effort.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we try to have at least one thing a week. We have 2 more that are lined up that we're gonna do next week. I think we're gonna look at the Mutilator. Because it's a really well-priced device, and we both love it. So.
It's authentic, and you don't get bitched at because it's a clone or anything like that. But you're not spending an arm and a leg.
Exactly.
That's what we're about.
That's what we're all about.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
And stay tuned for that triple twisted too.
Yeah, we got the triple twisted. That's next week. We'll do that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Keep it close, tight.
Keep your wicks wet.